As an express delivery coming straight from Tokyo, we have a gift for Joe. Who's Joe, you might ask? Joe Mama. Hello, you sexy beasts, and Merry Christmas, everybody! Ho, 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 ho. 2019 is coming to an end. 2020 is just around the corner. And since today is Christmas, or Christmas Eve rather, I thought I was going to make a special little video. What is every kid's dream, or at least my dream when I was a kid, but no one really gave it to me? How about an RC plane? You might be wondering why there is a sleigh on my tank right now. And we're going to be answering this question really quickly. But before, we have to talk about our sponsor, Rate! I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm actually questioning how many of you just immediately clicked off the video as I mentioned just the unholy words. I did actually get some sponsorships offers from them, I just didn't accept them. But there is actually a sponsor, or not really. So here's the thing. They didn't actually ask me to do anything, that this is not technically a sponsor, it's rather last year's sponsor, but since it is Christmas and since today's motive is RC planes, or RC vehicles in general, I want to remind you guys of Toro. Last year I've made a review on their RC tanks, War Thunder branded RC tanks, and that's not the only thing they have. They have also other types of tanks that are not related to War Thunder, as well as some really expensive full metal big tanks. If you have a spare $16K to spend, well, you can get something really nice there. Of course, if you don't want to spend all the money and you want to just get a late present for yourself or your children, for example, which is quite nice, you can watch the review that I did last year on the tanks on the info card in the top right corner, and you can click on my affiliate link in the description down below. That takes you straight to the Toro website. But enough shilling. Welcome to a new series. This is the War Thunder Workshop. I have been doing some amazing things over the past few weeks. If you've been following me on Twitter and on Discord, you've seen some of the mods I've been performing, and with this series I want to show you all of them off and more, because there's some amazing things they can do with this game when you don't want to go through the grind. The first mod I'm presenting today is this, an RC plane launcher. I was able to modify the ATGM files for the Raketenjagdpanzer II to not only fire sleighs, but make them quite slow and very controllable. So, let me show you what I mean. It is literally an RC plane. It's just an RC plane. Now, these do still have the ATGM effects. If you hit armor with them, they will do damage. And I've even gone a bit above and beyond, and I've gave them a rather big explosion effect, yes. However, this is not the only thing you can do. In fact, you can pretty much put anything you want as a replacement for this RC plane. And I'm going to go through a couple of these options. This video is going to be pretty quick, but hopefully we can pack in a lot. Before we go into the next option though, I want to tell you how you can vote for the next episode. You guys can suggest what you want to see in the next episode via the comments. If you have a very nice idea for a mod you could see, and if it is feasible, leave your comment down below. The most liked comments are going to be selected for the next episode to be put up as a choice between that and something that I'm going to be suggesting myself. Now, of course, since this is the first episode, you guys were not able to actually suggest anything, so I'm going to be suggesting two distinct things myself. And the way you can vote between the two is actually quite simple. Simply either like or dislike this video. And yes, it is completely fine. You can dislike this video if you truly want to see that option. Don't worry, I won't get hurt. It's the whole intention of it is for you to vote with the like and dislike button and to make it very visible to everyone. So, option 1 is going to be an A10 Warthog, but with a special surprise. I have been working on a laser gun. I might show a little clip in the background. This gun is essentially a modified 20mm Vulcan cannon that is found on the M163. but it fires little laser pulses at incredibly high speeds and incredibly high rates of fire, with incredible penetration. These really melt everything. Now from the air you might not be able to see them too well, the laser is a bit weak, or a bit weaker than it would be on the ground. So it's going to be the nice thing of having an A10 Warthog, but it's not going to have quite the same effects as if you were close on the ground. So the second option is going to be a tank, the M163, but with the laser gun. It is an incredible light show. You can melt just 50 tanks in a row with absolutely no issues. And when you set it on the high fire rate and fire to ground, the traces just look like the 4th of July. It is glorious. So both options are really, really quite nice. And as such, you can decide. If you want to see the A10 Warthog with the laser gun, like this video. If you want to see the M163 with the laser gun, dislike this video. The beauty of ATGMs is that you can replace them with pretty much any kind of 3D attachable objects. The ones you can put on your tank. In this case, this is going to be an option for those of you who rather prefer watching A Nightmare Before Christmas rather than the usual Christmas movie. And of course it's also going to be a nice option for Halloween. Welcome to the spooky jack-o'-lantern that flies and is actually really quite terrifying, and I should probably make this at night. Sadly, I cannot make them glow from the inside. I've tried. I've really tried, but I wasn't quite able to make it work. However, it is still very spooky and very terrifying. And it still has the same big old explosion effect. But let's say you're not really that into Christmas or into Halloween, but you still want to have a nice light show and you happen to be very free and patriotic. What would be the best option for the Americans? Well, how about a big ol' Uncle Sam hat? It makes the tank look rather classy, I have to say. It does look very nice. And once you fire these hats, they just kind of look like flying saucers, not gonna lie. Really, this is just the best way to deliver freedom to the world. Oh, I can't even keep a straight face with this. There is something about the huge hat just both staying on your vehicle and being fired that is just absolutely glorious. I don't quite know what to say. This would be absolutely terrifying to face in battle. I'm actually wondering if someone made a drone of that. I know someone made a stuffed cat drone. Someone needs to make an Uncle Sam hat drone. It just needs to happen. That is absolutely beautiful. All these sleighs and rockets and stuff like that, and these RC tanks from Toro, they might not be the best gift for your mother, for example. She might need something a little bit more special, a little bit more impressive. So how about we get a gift for your mom? As an express delivery coming straight from Tokyo, we have a gift for Joe. Who's Joe, you might ask? Joe Mama. In case you're a fan of big, long, thick, black-tipped torpedoes, welcome to the 610mm Japanese torpedo. That happens to fly. I know, it is quite impressive. But remember guys, size is not what matters, it is how you handle it. And I'm really sure your mom would be very glad of this gift. Look at the size of that boy! Actually, can I just mention how impressive this actually is? That's a huge ass torpedo, like that's to scale to this vehicle. This thing is huge! Huge! Absolutely huge. It is really impressive. Oh god, it vibrates. In case Joe Mama prefers girth over length, as well as a big payload, you can also get her the Express exclusive SU 5000 kilogram bomb that is found on the PE-8. This is probably the most terrifying of the options out there. I mean, look at the size of that thing. Yeah. And of course it is actually quite fitting that it does have the P8 explosion effect. Let's quickly see if we can make it onto that mountain over there. Oh yes! Oh, huge load. Absolutely huge blast. Oh god. Oh, it's a mess, it got everywhere. Oh shit, hold on. I think I just made the most terrifying weapon system ever. Kind of looks like a snail. Now, because I am kind of bored of being sitting on this mountain for the entirety of this video, I've got myself a few parachutes that can actually fly as well. They don't seem to quite behave physics, however. Now, what I want to know is, what happens if I drop myself off this mountain with a parachute? Oh god, oh god, oh god, the parachutes do not work, the parachutes do not work. Whoa, shit! Oh god, yep, Günther is definitely a smoothie right now, the entire crew, oh god, it's a mess. Ow, 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 it's okay, you can stop now. Parachutes, do something! Oh god, no. Yep, that's not working out. Why does everything I love turn into mush? You do not want to see what the inside of this tank looks like right now. It is not pretty. And to close off this video, I'm going to be showing you what is probably the most terrifying weapon system ever created in War Thunder. Many of you have thought it, especially when looking at the KV-2. What if you could load a tank? What if you could fire an ASU-57 out of a KV-2, for example? Well, I've gone one step ahead. What if you could turn a T-95 into an RC plane? Yes, boys, I did it. Some of you might have seen Gentle Spy's RBT-5 hull launcher and the mouse hull launcher. Those both work as well. In fact, a couple more tanks work, although not every single one of them. I need to see if I can make a L333 launcher sometime in the future. But the T-95 is probably the widest boy you can fire. Just look at the size of that lad. Sadly, it doesn't come with any guns or tracks or anything like that, it's just an empty shell, but even so, it is still mighty impressive. If the Uncle Sam had already looked like a flying saucer, this probably even more so. It is rather impressive, let's just say that. And it's also a bit too big because once the rockets respawn, you can't see anything anymore. Bye! Well, lads, this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Christmas. Hopefully you guys are having a lot of presents or, well, whatever other festivity you are practicing. Again, don't forget to comment down below what you want to see modded next. Keep in mind, the only things I can really mod extensively are ships and tanks. Planes, sadly, not so easily. I might be able to switch weapon systems on planes, but I can't really do much else. However, I could make a ship, for example, that fires tanks, anything like that. So, let your creativity roam free, comment your suggestion down below, vote for what you want to see if you like a comment, and don't forget to vote as well for the next episode. Again, option 1, like this video if you want to see the A10 Warthog with a laser cannon, or dislike this video for option 2 if you want to see the M163 laser light show. If you stuck around this long, you likely like this idea quite a bit. So, if you don't want to miss out on the next episode of the Mod Workshop, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on that notification bell. But anyways, my name is MikeGoesBoom, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Ho ho ho!
You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. shattered frame of mind. Instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find